So you want to get access to business relationship managers so you can obtain 250K plus in business funding the easy way. Well, I'm going to show you how to do that. So this is exactly how to get access to business relationship managers and have those inside connections at the bank so that way you can get higher limits and higher approval rates like I've been doing for my clients for years now. So without any further ado, let's go. What's going on? It's Kyler Brown here for Business Credit Unlimited, and I'm back. Make sure you like this video right now because I shouldn't even be here. I shouldn't even be making this video, but I got to. I got to. You guys have been showing me support. You've been subscribing. You've been liking. So I'm going to throw out a little bit more sauce than what I'm used to giving out here on YouTube. So make sure you go ahead again, hit the like button, comment, and subscribe. All right. Comment your questions. Tell me what business that you're in, either aspiring or you're currently running. You in real estate, you in trucking, even in crypto, what or what have you. Let me know what business that you're in. Comment below. Let me know. And what state do you live in? Like what you repping? All right. I want to know. But back to it. Let's get down to it. How to find a business relationship manager so that you can get higher limit funding. So what is a business relationship manager or an RM, or sometimes you'll see BRM because you may not know. You may be like, what is a relationship manager? Or you've heard it, but you're not really sure what it even means. It's the plug, okay? If you used to, that terminology, it's the plug, right? That normally has access to a different underwriting team that would allow you to get higher approval odds and higher limit approvals on the business funding side. Not only that, but oftentimes you can open business checking accounts directly through the RM without going into a branch. You can submit credit limit increases and even reverse denials. If you get denied, a lot of times they can go in and get that thing reversed or get you a higher limit than the one you already have. And it's going to have much more weight if they do it in their underwriting team versus if you just go in a branch or especially online. So if you're just applying for everything online, you're not getting the best odds to get the highest limits. I'm just letting you know that right now. I ain't going to sugarcoat it with you. I was able to get a 150K business line of credit from Chase by using an RM. All right. And I've been able to get my clients $10 million plus in business funding, over 250 plus clients, almost at 300 clients. And really, this is like once I start tracking, if you count the credit repair clients, we already way past that. But just since I've been doing business funding exclusively, 250 plus clients that we've gotten business funding for $10 million plus. And we've mainly been able to do this by leveraging relationship managers and having these inside connections at the banks. If you don't have them, again, you can obviously you still can apply without it, right? Like nobody's going to tell you have to have one to just apply. That would be crazy. But if we're saying to get the highest limits to squeeze the most out of the limit, then yeah, you will have to have one. And I just show this as an example. This is my Chase business line of credit. You see 150K there. This is actually a screenshot directly from my account. And then here's some approvals. Like mine got this 50K from Citizens Bank. We use a relationship manager. Stephanie got a 75K approval here from Chase. We use a relationship manager. Lisa got a 75K approval from Chase. We use a relationship manager. Kenny got, this was like 20 or 22K from Bank of America, but we use a relationship manager. You get it? All right, now here's the thing. Normally, RMs will only work with business owners and their clients at that bank that has generated at least $1 million in annual sales in their business. And that's the minimum. There's plenty of RMs or relationship managers that only work with business owners that's generating 5 million plus. So it really depends on the bank. Some banks have some at 1 million and some start out at 3 and 5 and even higher than that. So this normally isn't a no doc kind of thing. So I'm not saying that you can just say you have $1 million in sales and you're going to get an RM. You'll be able to get an RM. No, this is normally $1 million in sales, either through your business checking account, your merchant account, or you have it that you can prove on a tax return. So that leaves us at an impasse, right? But before I get to the solution, just wanted to show you one of the screenshots from one of my many relationship managers that I have. I kept everything but the at Key Bank, so you know this is actually coming from a Key Bank representative, and you can see it says Senior Relationship Manager. Hello, Colin. It was a pleasure meeting you today. I look forward to this partnership. She works with businesses with revenues up to $1 million. You see? So that's normally the standard or the baseline that a relationship manager will work with somebody. So it's not just something you're going to easily be able to come across. You will have to have, that revenue showing. So now here it is. Let's talk about the 3 methods to get access to relationship managers. And I put without $1 million in revenue when really method 2 is have $1 million in revenue. But 1 and 3 is you don't have to have $1 million in revenue. So method number 1, you can ask your branch manager at your bank if they can connect you with a relationship manager. Just simply ask a banker in person. You need to do this in person. If you try to do this via email, via phone, that ain't gonna work. It has to be in person, and preferably someone that you've built a rapport with, hopefully through many months or years. But it could be less than that, like less than 3 months or something, but I definitely wouldn't do that unless I had the $1 million in revenue. So you can ask them to connect you with a business relationship manager. It definitely can work 100%, but there's an even bigger possibility that it won't. Because again, if you don't have $1 million in sales, it's possible that the banker will not make the connection. They'll be like, hey, do you have $1 million yet? Well, if not, you just work with me. And they probably won't make the connection. And even if they did, the relationship manager may not even want to deal with your account if you're not there yet, because they kind of look at it as levels, right? There's a hierarchy in the banking industry or in the banking system with bankers. So everyone that's, just hovering around lower 6 figures or just starting out, you deal with the bankers in the branch. But for relationship managers, what oftentimes they don't work inside of a branch at all. They're floating. They cover areas. So like my relationship manager for my specific account with Chase, she covers the Birmingham area. She doesn't work inside of any particular branch. She like floats around. So for those that are, again, just getting started, you'll deal with the representatives inside of the branch. And for those that are doing $1 million plus in revenue, then again, they would normally be referred to the relationship manager. But hey, if it works, you're in there and it's time to get busy. All right. Now, this is a chance that this could work at any bank, but keep in mind, it is not likely that you'll be able to do this for multiple banks. I would perhaps try to stick to 1 or 3 methods. 1 or 3 banks. I end that out. I would stick to 1 to 3 banks with this method, because it's not likely that you're just going to be able to do this 5, 6, 7 banks and continue to get away with it without somebody asking you to prove your $1 million in revenue, especially if you're not even close. Like if you had 750, you got much better chance than just getting started. A newer LLC or something, you can forget about it. It's not going to happen for multiple banks or nothing like that. But I would focus on the bank I have the strongest relationship with, even if it's only on the personal side. So you have a car loan with this bank, you have a personal loan with this bank, you have a personal credit card with this bank, business credit card already, you have a business checking account, a personal checking account, you have retirement accounts, so on and so forth. Those are the banks that I would focus on to do this method to give you your best shot at getting access to one, because you don't want to start brand new with a bank and get in there and start asking about relationship managers. It's probably not going to work out in your favor. Now, method 2, you just generate $1 million in annual sales. And for some of you guys, I know it's a lot easier said than done. I get it. It took me years to get there myself. So for someone that has been full-time in business since 2018, you ain't got to tell me that. I've been living this life for 7+ years. I get it. Okay. However, if you are already there or you can pull it off, you should be able to not only get access to the bank, your main bank that you bank with, but multiple banks, because you can just take this now. Hey, I do generate $1 million in revenue in my company, and I'm looking to expand with you guys, or I'm looking to build a relationship with you guys too, possibly even looking to switch over. Like, oh, shoot, boom. Now you might have a relationship manager reach out to you. Even if it's not your main bank or banks that you normally do business with, that you've had a business checking account with, that you've had a merchant account with, or you deposited that cash in the checking account or savings account, you could actually go to another bank, or not just one other bank, but multiple other banks, and tell them where you're at, and you still have a good possibility of having a relationship manager attached to your account. Now, funding shouldn't be an issue. Your main issue is going to be your funding sequence. This doesn't mean that you know exactly what to do. Sometimes I run ads here on social media, so sometimes people comment, like, if I had a 700 plus score, I wouldn't need you. That's not true. Like, just because you have a 700 or 850 and $1 million in your account does not mean you literally know what to do to get access to the highest limits, or which banks you should be going to. That knowledge doesn't just immediately just unlock the moment you get these credentials. But anyways, but it shouldn't be an issue from the standpoint of, now you got the cash, you got access to the relationship manager, and depending on what you're looking for, if you're looking to blow it up, you still would need to either create that funding sequence yourself and know what funding strategy you're going to implement, or work with somebody so you can optimize. But either way, go ahead, you're there. And I've worked with clients I worked with a client that was doing more than $1 million a month. So we have these clients here and there. I'm not going to sit here and say all my clients are doing $1 million or not. But we have these clients here and there that's already there. If that's you, then hey, we can get down and busy too. You don't have to be a startup just to get funded or to work with someone like me. But either way, here's method number 3. You can work with me and leverage my RMs, because we give all of our clients access to our RMs. And like I've said earlier, we funded over 250 plus business owners in 20 plus niches. Obviously, number one being real estate, but in all financial, all type of coaches in the health industry, so on and so forth. And we've helped them get over $10 million in funding. And it was mainly by leveraging our relationship managers. And look, it's not just about the limits too. Like I said, if it wasn't for the relationship managers that we had, a lot of times these clients would have to go inside of a branch. Who wants to do that if they don't have to, right? They would have to go inside of the branch. They would have to fill out these applications themselves. They would have to know what to put on these applications. All of that you can avoid when you have a good relationship manager, because keep in mind, they have the same goal as you guys. They get a kickback or a commission from seeing you get approved. On the banking side, a lot of those bankers aren't as hungry. The ones that are hungry and have experience, they get moved up to the relationship manager position. And a lot of them, they're kind of used to sales. They're kind of used to wanting to get clients approved. So they're more likely to work in your favor than someone in the branch that's kind of like just kicking it. Let's be real. If you know anything about working, or a lot of the bankers, I'm just going to keep it a buck with you. Like, a lot of them put in just minimum effort. A lot of them do. Just because you see someone in a bank with like a suit and tie on or something does not mean that they're well informed, or they're like a responsible person, so on and so forth. Because I've seen a lot. I've been to many banks. I've dealt with many banks, because that's what I do. All right. I've put my 10,000 hours in the credit and funding space. Okay. So I've been around the block for many years now. I'm just letting you know. So anyways, that's a whole nother topic. But back to this though. So here are just some of the banks that we have a relationship manager with, because I get this question all the time. Like, who do you have RMs with? These are just some. Like, before I started this, I was just typing some of the ones off the top of my head. But if I go in my database, obviously there's going to be more than this. But we got Chase, we got Bank of America, Truist, Citizens Bank, Fulton Bank, Comerica, Amegy, KeyBank, Wells Fargo, U.S. Bank, Valley Bank, American Express, and even more than that. That's just the banks that we literally worked with and got approvals for. So, and by the way, I can get money from any bank either way, whether I had a relationship manager or not. But if you have a relationship with one of these banks, or you're looking to get a relationship with one of those banks, then hey, maybe we can help. If not, it don't matter. It's all good. I've already done the work, so you don't have to. I've already generated revenue that's needed. I've made the connections with other banks that's needed because, again, this is what I do. So you're never going to beat me with RMs because this is literally what I do, right? But hey, if you don't want to work with me or anyone else, you can just try to do it yourself. So that's why I make these videos, to attract the people that want to work with me, but also for those that just want to do their own thing. They don't want to hire anybody. Hey, at least you have the sauce to be able to do it yourself. All right. Now, but if the hard way isn't working for you, you can't get with me. By the way, if the hard ways isn't working and you're trying to get relationship managers and everybody's turning you down and everything, and you don't know which direction to go in, you don't know which bank to go to, what to put on the applications, or you've already applied for like 2 or 3, you got lower limits and you don't know what bank is next. Well, it's all good. Hit the description box below. Set up a call with me and my team. We'll go over and create a custom funding strategy right there on the call, of course, for free. And if it looks good and you want to work together, we'll talk about how much it is and what that looks like. But if not, no hard feelings at all. It doesn't matter either way, guys. Like, it's not going to change me or my company, but it will help you for sure. So that's pretty much it. Let me know what questions you guys have below. And again, make sure that you like the video and comment what state are you in and what business do you currently run or aspire to run. Go ahead and let me know in the comments. That's pretty much it. Let me know. See you guys in the next one. Peace.